The phone rang. Saeed stared at the unknown number. He hesitated, then picked up. "Hello!" A voice, raspy and low, sent chills down his spine. "It's Michael. You remember Dallas, right?" Michael was a ghost from Saeed's past, a former government archivist with a penchant for conspiracy theories. Dallas could only mean one thing: the JFK assassination. "I have something big. Meet me." The line went dead. Saeed's mind raced. He hadn't heard from Michael in years. The man had always been eccentric, obsessed with uncovering hidden truths. Was this another one of his wild goose chases, or had he stumbled upon something real? Intrigue battled with caution in Saeed's gut. He knew the risks associated with digging into this case. It had been decades since Kennedy's assassination, but the shadows of that fateful day still loomed large. Despite the risks, Saeed couldn't ignore this call. He'd always believed there was more to the story, more than the official narrative. Michael's call was a beacon in the darkness, a chance to finally uncover the truth. He grabbed his coat and headed for the door, his heart pounding with a mix of fear and anticipation. He was about to step into a world of secrets, where danger lurked around every corner. But he was determined to find answers, no matter the cost. The cafe was a dingy hole in the wall, shrouded in cigarette smoke and hushed whispers. It was the kind of place secrets went to die. Michael sat hunched in a corner booth, his face obscured by the shadows. He glanced up as Saeed approached, his eyes filled with a mixture of fear and urgency. "You came," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "Of course I came," Saeed replied, sliding into the booth. "You said it was important?" Michael nodded, pushing a worn leather briefcase across the table. "There's a hard drive in there," he said, his voice tight. "It contains classified documents, evidence." Saeed's breath caught in his throat. "Classified documents? About what? Where did you get this?" Saeed asked, his voice hushed. Michael hesitated, his gaze darting around the cafe as if he expected someone to jump out at them. "That doesn't matter," he said, his voice barely audible above the murmur of conversation. "What matters is that people know the truth." His hand trembled as he reached out and gripped Saeed's arm. "Get this information out there, Saeed. It's bigger than both of us." Saeed hurried home, clutching the briefcase tightly. The weight of its contents pressed heavily upon him, fueling the knot of unease twisting in his gut. The encounter with Michael had been brief, shrouded in an air of urgency and paranoia that was both unsettling and intriguing. As he walked, Saeed couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. He glanced over his shoulder, scanning the faces of passers-by, searching for any sign of surveillance. The city seemed to close in around him, the sounds of traffic morphing into whispers that echoed his growing fear. Reaching his apartment, Saeed wasted no time in locking the door behind him, the deadbolt clicking shut like the final snap of a trap. He knew that accepting Michael's gift came with a heavy price. He was now a custodian of secrets, a guardian of information that someone, somewhere, desperately wanted to remain hidden. The soft glow of the computer screen illuminated Saeed's face as he navigated through the files on the hard drive. Each click of the mouse was a step deeper into a labyrinth of hidden truths, a descent into the heart of a conspiracy that had haunted America for decades. The documents were a Pandora's box of memos, reports, and transcripts, all bearing the stamp of various government agencies. The more Saeed read, the more alarmed he became. There were eyewitness accounts that contradicted the official narrative, suppressed ballistic reports, and whispers of a second shooter. There were names, dates, and locations, all pointing towards a cover-up of staggering proportions. The evidence was irrefutable, a damning indictment of the official's story and a chilling testament to the length some would go to protect their secrets. The truth, long buried under layers of deceit, was finally emerging, and it was explosive.